besties, it's your girl Only Luana, and big thank you and big shout out to watching Gossip Gala. But research has shown that you probably haven't subscribed, so what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button right now and stay tuned to see what Only Luana talks about and get all the juiciest gist. Thank you.
What's in the shelle? What's going on? My name is Gospity Israel, and this is Gossip Gala. I'm so super excited that today is Friday. It's a Friday feeling. You don't need the reason to start a freaking party. Yay, yay, yay. I mean, yeah, to be honest, I'm just super excited because given the country status right now, the way we are going in this country, we'll be all right too. And I see that video about our general overseer of Redeem Church, Redeem Church of God. Sorry, you see that that particular video, Abi, where he was saying that he's so sorry for saying certain things about the tithes, that if you don't pay tithes, you're going to go fire, Abi, something around that. Well, this my 2 cents on that is I've said this couple of times. Everybody needs to understand the Bible for themselves so they don't get misled, by people. Because the truth is we are all human beings and we make mistakes. Do you get what I'm saying? So in as much as we say our daddy, we understand what you're saying, and of course you're a human being to make mistakes. Every other person should just go learn, read the Bible for yourself. Know who God is. Know God for yourself. Do you get what I'm saying? So that if somebody is saying A, you say, I understand what you're saying, but the Bible did not tell me that. The Holy Spirit did not say that. Do you get what I'm saying? So thank you so much, my besties, for coming to do this with me today. I mean, it's gossip from the beginning to the end for sure. Guess what? I say you should guess what? If I tell you the person I have on my table today, Kai, this person is fine, is handsome, is dashing. No. This one is, I'm not whining, I'm not capping. This is me being real. It says okay. Do you know I literally almost said he's the stand-up comedian, but of course I think he actually gave us that a bit, and I definitely can't wait for him to give us that all-round gossip. But I have no other person here than MC Praise. Hello, my bestie. Hey,
I'm so pleased to be here.
How are you?
I'm fine. I'm doing very good.
See, honestly, I hope you're told this morning, like when you look at yourself in the mirror, I hope somebody reminded you that you're looking very handsome. Are you sure you didn't bargain with God when you are sharing handsomeness that okay, you have to give me extra because I'm going into the world to help some people out? Are you sure you didn't bargain with God? Tell me. Nah, just you didn't.
I don't.
It's a lie.
I just look at me and said, "It is boy, collect this handsomeness." So.
Okay, that one's it. All right, tell me a bit about your journey here. Was it okay? Was it stressful? Was there traffic? Lagos way? Give me that.
There was no traffic. It was easy. Yeah, so there's no traffic.
Wow.
I was surprised.
Even me, I'm surprised that you're telling me because Lagos is known to is not for the traffic center. Do you get what I'm saying? But I don't know if it's to say that probably there are people that just left Lagos or something, because I'm trying to wrap my head around it. Like of recent, I've been hearing, there's no traffic. Or do I say probably it's the fuel issue too? So many people are not probably on the road or something. But be all right altogether. Now let's come back to MC Praise. I would like to know who MC Praise is. How did you get into the whole MC world? I'd like, this one on the whole. The gist, give us that.
It's a long story.
So
you were saying something that a stand-up comedian. No, I'm not a stand-up comedian.
I know that for sure.
I started as a comedian in 2016 in church or in school. So I had this fellowship, Winners Campus Fellowship at Dekunle Ajashin University, Akunba Akoko. And there was this talent hunt, and I decided to say, okay, I'm funny, I have materials, let me try it out.
So that means before that time, when you speak to your friends and all of that, there's always this, Bobo, you funny, yo.
That was like my first time trying to do a stand-up comedy.
Okay.
I've been trying to do birthday parties, trying to help people with jokes, just say something and say, guy, you're funny, you're a comedian.
Okay.
So I think that got over my head, and I said, I'm a comedian, let me try it.
Oh, yeah, now.
So I went there. did my thing. Nobody laughed. I think one person laughed.
Oh, shit.
And the kind of joke I had then was the joke that you will not get. It's when you want to bait the next day and you just remember and say, oh, this is kind of joke this guy was talking about.
Oh my God.
So I remember was it the next day, a lady came to me and said, I was just understanding your joke when I wanted to take my bath. I was, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't laugh. You don't need it. So I was not funny. I was passing through a lot of things then. In fact, to be very honest, I think I was close to being depressed, or maybe I was just being silent.
Oh my God.
So there was nothing. I had trauma issues at home. So I was just being myself, kept it journeying. So that time I stopped anything relating to being an MC or comedian. I said, I'm not going to be doing, nobody should call me MC Priest again.
I mean,
my name is Priest. So fast forward to, I still have opportunity. I still jump at opportunities. Maybe you want to show yourself. I learned spoken words then. I learned Uriki.
You did spoken word.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
I had a lot of materials then. So I was just jumping at varieties, jump from one fellowship to the other, go to this and that. So I just knew I had something in me and I needed to push out. So 2 years later, I was in my third year and CWES or IT. So in Akure, I had to move to Federal University of Technology, Akure Futa, and met a different audience. So the fellowship, I've always been a church boy right from time.
I love it.
Yeah, so I went to church, saw a friend of mine, shout out to Dario, Jesus Boy. So he wanted to do his album launch. He's a spoken word artist. So I went to him and said, bro, I want to host your event. I'm funny.
Wow.
And he said, you are funny. He just looked at me like, okay, give me your IG hand. So I gave him my IG hand. There was nothing there. To be very fair, there was nothing there. So he paired me with a lady that was doing very well. So I think he just used that to encourage me that make I not just push this guy away. So he paired me with a lady that was doing very well. And the same joke that was not funny 3 years ago, 2 years ago, I did the same joke and gosh,
It was funny.
It
Bro.
wasn't only funny. It was something different than funny. Maybe hilarious. People laughed.
Oh, wow.
Some of the materials were not mine, but the fact that I could make people laugh, it was so healing. I left stage, went to the back of the church to cry. That I can be this funny.
Like,
are you
go
serious?
on.
So I feel like that was a place where I felt really, really loved. Shout out to people in Winners Campus Fellowship, Winners Futa. Oh, those people made me feel very loved. It was so different. So I got my first wedding gig from there.
Wow.
The photographer was just there and came to meet me and say, Mr. John, I can still remember. I still have his number. We still talk and say, he said, bro, you are funny. I have a wedding coming up. I want you to be the MC. I said, oh. He said, give me your number. So I gave him my number and I forgot about it. So I think months later, he just called me and said, hello, can you remember? You know he's talking? I said, I don't know who's talking. He said, the photographer at the event that collected your number, I said, I wanted to do a wedding. And I said, oh, I think I remember. He said, the wedding is this Saturday. This Saturday. He said, I told you the date. And I said, I did not even remember that you wanted to do wedding. So he said, how much do you charge? I said, I charge 8K. It was ridiculous, I know.
Like, bro.
I said 8K because then I told you I was passing through hell. I literally would go to follow bricklayers and serve a whole day. They will give me 1-2. From the 1-2, the person that took me there would collect transport fare like 200. You will eat 200. So once I think I always come back with 700 every day.
Oh, wow.
So 8K was a big deal for me then.
I feel you.
I go to events as a waiter. And we were paying 700 naira then.
Whoa.
So your tea fare will come over with 400 naira.
Okay.
So 8K was like
big deal.
Like a big deal. So for at least for a first gig.
Mm.
And the guy said, no, I don't have 8K, I have 5K. I said, okay, no, I will come. So I'd always envisioned myself that I wore agbada and I had people following me to events and people opening doors for me. I saw myself in a big stage. So my first gig, I sealed one agbada. So I went there, did the same joke that the guy saw me because that was what drew his attention.
Yeah.
I did the same joke. People laughed. It was quite very funny. People laughed. So that was, as at that time, the only people doing wedding MC were radio presenters and stand-up comedians.
Yeah.
There's nothing like professional MC now that people are doing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about 6-7 years ago. So yeah, I think maybe some MCs will have started, but it was not a team. Then it was radio present. So I started like a radio presenting something, put my joke, put my pigeon, just did everything. But I feel very impressed that, oh, I was able to do this. This was it's even easy. So I did the joke, did everything, and from there, I think I got the next gig. I got the next gig from there. And then the next person came. I told the person, I'm going to be doing 10K. The person said 8K. Okay, no problems. And that was how we started. That was how it started. And since then, it's been 8 years.
See you now. Come on.
You need to see my true back.
I can't wait.
You need to see my.
All right. I mean, I like your progress, right? It shows that there have been a very beautiful progress. But I think towards the end of the show, I would like to know why you now transcended from from all the things you said, you see that at some point of your life, you were a stand-up comedian, right? So how did you transcend into just being fully a professional MC?
Yeah, the thing is, we don't even need to go to the end of the show. So sometimes you will need to know your strength as you grow. You can just start anything. When you start anything like a business, you need to know where the market demand is. You need to know your strength, and your strength is what you should just focus on. And people pay you. Yeah. People pay me more for being an MC than being a comedian. My comedy jokes, they don't pay us. We just always want to appear on stage as a comedian. They don't pay. Now they can pay comedians. We don't pay comedians. Then everybody just wants that exposure. So I was not paid, and I think I just believe that. And every time I host event, people come and say, "Guy, you're very good. You should be doing works for the likes of celebrities. You should be hosting event for companies." So I just said, okay, this is what I just want to be doing. And there was an invisible competition then. Comedians were coming. Everybody came with their original jokes and everything. And I was not coming with my jokes. I was just being spontaneous. And I feel like this is nothing for me. So I had to start my work as an MC, full-time MC. And that was it.
I love it. All right, let's go on this short break to come back with On the Street of Social Media. Stay with us.
Hi guys, I'm Nne.
And I'm Chinne.
And together we are
Ndinne. And we are ex-housemates of Big Brother Naija Season 9.
No Lose Guard edition. Big shout out to Gossip Gala.
Yes, because that's where you get all the premium teas from.
Not only premium teas, but also educative gist. Come on. And that's on Period.
Don't go nowhere.
Thank you so much for sticking around. Let's quickly go straight into the game segment. Can we have the radios on, please? Okay, this one is looking plenty. It says, who has married many women but was never married? Oh yeah, MC Prince.
There's only one person that's coming to mind. You see this Korean actor, Lee Min-ho also.
Oh.
All of them are, is he married?
I don't think so. Honest. I'm not a Korean person.
Women married him in their dreams.
Oh, Jesus. If you know, you know. But I mean, we'll keep pondering after. We'll keep pondering on it. Then, before the end of the show, we'll definitely find an answer to you. Because like this now, my head is everywhere. I'm just ready for the gossip. So let's just go straight to On the Street of Social Media. The first one says, sometimes Kama doesn't know address. Kai, will I say go give Kama address? Woman says, as her father and the woman he cheated with are still happy despite pain they caused her mother. So let's quickly read this tweet that says, 10 years later, my dad is still happily married to the woman he cheated on my mom with. While my mom was mourning the death of her mother. Sometimes Kama doesn't know the address. Mind you, I think that's her language. So what you think about this whole story? I understand the whole karma thing, yeah? But, I mean, there are people that don't really believe in karma. There are people that just believe in do your own back. Why there are people Christians will not tell you leave it for God. My mom will tell you, leave it for God. Don't worry. God will do the revenge on your behalf.
All right, if we are going to be talking religiously,
Mm-hmm.
there's a part of the Bible that says, "Revenge is mine." That's God speaking. That revenge
Yes.
is mine. So,
Yeah.
and there's always God is always full of mercy.
I mean.
Somebody that is bad today doesn't mean the person is going to be bad tomorrow.
Yeah.
And you just need to heal from any pain you are passing through. Yes, people might have wronged you before. Heal and forgive them, because if you are expecting that something bad will happen to them,
I mean, hello.
they might die and nothing will happen to them.
True.
Worse, they go to a fire, as
I mean,
people believe. So if maybe somebody cheated on you or your mom, and you were expecting something bad to happen to the person, I think you are just the one that should just heal.
I mean,
Because, yes, and does karma exist? It does.
it does exist.
It does. I had different experiences. I had different people.
Is it from you that the karma hit?
No, not me.
Okay, but you seen somebody
People
that karma did hit.
Of course, for every action, there's always a
reaction. For sure, definitely.
There's this Yoruba saying that says "Ashigbe konsi."
What's that?
Ashigbe konsi,
What does it mean?
ashigpamolowa. That means there's nothing you do and you think you have gone with it. You're just doing it for the future. So it might not come now, but trust me. You don't even know, maybe your dad, maybe the wife or dad later married, maybe the wife is cheating on your dad now. You don't even know.
Whether she's even using kayamata, who knows?
You don't even know. So there's this there's nothing that you do that you think you have gone with
running
it.
away with it. But now let's talk a bit about the story, right? Now this man is married to this girl's mom, and somehow along the way you find someone else and you go married to that person, and for 10 years now you guys have been good. I mean, it begs a question. So is it that woman, like that's the girl's mother, they're not supposed to be together in the first place? Because
No.
that's the reaction of some people on the comment section.
No.
Tell me.
No, when you get married to anybody, it's a commitment, it's a choice. When you get married, it's a choice. So when you stop loving that person, you made a choice to stop committing to that relationship. So if it is both of them that made an agreement and say, oh, we want to divorce and go separate ways, that be it. So if the man got married to somebody else and is doing well,
It has nothing to.
he has nothing to it. But if you look at it on the other the man made mistake, and then maybe the man is now remorseful, and the woman says no. No, they come on your house today. And you know, there are some things that you as a person, even the daughter of the man, did not even know.
Yeah.
A lot of things that your mom will just tell you. It was even now that some of us are grown and we realize that some of the things that our mother said to us were just manipulations.
Manipulation is too hard now.
Oh, okay. But let me just but to be very honest, so a whole lot of things happen that you might not even know anything about.
Yeah, true.
But you just grew up to know a part of the truth, and you believe that this
is
what
how
you
it
should do.
is.
So what I would just say to you is just to pray for your dad. Pray for your dad,
mom
pray
as
for your
well.
mom as well, pray for healing for yourself, because it might later affect you as a person.
I mean, the fact that she's coming to talk about it, definitely she's concerned
she's
about
still
it.
hurt.
Yeah.
So you need to pray for yourself, pray for your dad, pray for your mom. When you pray, you heal yourself too. When you pray for people that have offended you, heal yourself. So with time, so that it will not affect you, and maybe in future you're not going to think that your husband is going to cheat on you as well.
I think that's a religious advice. Physical advice, or do I say mental advice now? Just go go for therapy. Yeah, so you'll be all right. All right, let's really check the comment section to see people's reaction on that. Okay, Don King, 19 UK, only one person. Which kind name? All right. This one says, sometimes people just fall in love with other people. It happens to everybody. Man, woman, married, single, learn to deal with it. That's life. What do you want karma to do? Go hurt happy people because you are hot. Life is no regular Nollywood script. It's how they have to bring Nollywood into this thing.
You see, one of the things that Nollywood, we take it or leave it, that's contributed to a lot of societal mental mindsets that we have nowadays. So what this guy said, sometimes people fall in love with other people. It happens. It's a lie.
Sometimes
for you to say you fall in love with other people, that means we are falling out of love with the initial person you had.
And I think I kind of agree with you to some point. I don't think people fall out of love. I don't think so. You
don't think people fall out of love? People fall out of love.
Nah, if you love somebody, right, and you probably something happened, It's that thing that happened that you now use mentally now, because it's a psychological thing, it's a mindset thing. It's that thing that the person has done to you that you now use to overshoot that particular love that you have for that person. And that's why you can still, if somebody's talking about that, I mean that person now, you can still have a big smile on your face, trying to remember all of those things you guys did, how he kissed you, how he whatever you. I don't know if you get my point. So
I
you don't
think it's
fall
a part
out
of
of
emotion.
love.
It's
Yeah,
just part of emotion.
I don't think people do. I think it's just, the fact that you now carry probably the hatred that of whatever he has done to you. You now use that to shield yourself.
overshadow.
Exactly.
Yes,
So it's more like
yes.
blocking that love that you have for the person and using the other emotions, hatred, and all of that to just cover.
So here
So,
comes
yeah.
another question.
Tell me.
If you don't fall out of love, are you saying you can fall in love with multiple people in a particular time?
I disagree as well.
So if you say that you don't fall out of love with the first person and you guys broke up and you are in another relationship, you are in love with this person and you are still in love with the last person.
No. So I think this is how it works. I feel like I put myself in a very tight corner. But I think this is how it works here. So let's just, for example, the person I was dating before now, of course I did love him, right? But because I know that he's not worth whatever, the person I'm dating now, right? I feel like this person is more better than this person. So it doesn't stop me from loving this person. But this person's love now has grown. I've grown to love this person more than I love this person. I don't know if that makes sense.
I would take that. So it does to some point. It
So
does.
I mean,
Everybody.
I
has
feel
their
like that's it. That's how it is, Sha. Maybe I should not. Maybe it's not
Maybe
love.
maybe
I
we
should
should
not use.
just not say that people fall in love. Maybe love is more of a commitment than a
the
feeling.
feeling, exactly.
So when you stop loving, that means you've made the choice not to
of
love
not
again.
commit again.
But if you
Exactly.
still say fall in love, it's kind of complicated. So
Well,
maybe our
saving our
therapist-
English, we'll be all right eventually. All right, let's really take one more comment before we move on to the next story on the street of social media. Okay, call me Aduni says, we need to never tie our healing to the pain that we imagine before. Sorry, so let's start again from beginning. We need to never tie our healing to the pain that we imagine will befall the person that hurt us, because most time these people will live a wonderful life while we are there in pain and suffering and not moving on from them. I think that's actually true. All right, this story that's quite I won't use the word interesting, but it's a bit of pain for me. Is this one that says sibling allegedly commits suicide after misplacing their mom's phone? Let's read this tweet together, please.
This is relatable.
Very relatable, actually. And it says, I heard two siblings took poison and died after misplacing their mother's phone. One is 18 years and the other was 10.
10 years,
They were
yes,
scared their
10
mom would beat them, so they decided to end their lives. This sad event happened in, I say, Peru.
Peru.
Honestly speaking, I feel like back in those days, the the fact that you can be doing rubbish and your mother will just throw you spoon from one place to another. See, I really don't really know what to even be able to start from in this particular story. But I think intentional parenting would actually curb a whole lot of things that are going on right now when it comes to the parenthood and all, right? Once you're intentional about taking care of your children, once you're intentional about treating your children or training them, you know that this particular child, you don't need to flog them for them to listen. Only shout alone. This person don't comport himself. Do you understand what I'm saying? So if you start understanding your children, I feel like that way you now know how to train them properly. But what do you think about the story?
I think sometimes when we correct people, we should correct people in love. And it happens to, I will use myself as a point of reference to this while I was growing up. If you want to correct your child, there's this saying that Yoruba will say that for more otun, the owosi that used to draw that child is a show of love. That I'm not neglecting you, I'm correcting you, and I'm showing you love. So when the child knows that at the end of the day, my dad is just correcting me or my mom is just correcting me, they will not feel the need to go and kill themselves. Last, if I apologize to my mom says, and my mom just look over. And sometimes we need to look over little things.
Yeah.
Maybe the beating trauma they had from the mom was
It
even
has
too
to
much,
be
and they
so
don't want
much.
to have an experience
Of it
and
again.
you know, sometimes fear too can be part of it. But for them to think it to a point of death,
I mean,
for them to choose death over that, I think
you
we
know
should
that-
be more. we should allow people to be human. You are not perfect as a mother. Your child would
No,
make
it's
mistakes.
definitely
In
not
fact, we
perfect
made
as
more
well.
mistakes.
Yeah. Because that's why they are children.
So,
That's why they are children.
I think there's a mentality that the older generations have that it's mad discipline or
That's when
they have this pride on it. I feel I've experienced like from several people
Yeah.
around me that it's my bow my bad we buy all of so they believe that that discipline is what's going to correct them. No. What you do, discipline cannot correct. That's why you see a lot of people after they gain admission, they turn wayward because
Yes, now.
yeah, it's
You're
not sure of
catching them.
love. So you cannot come with the discipline. No. Sometimes when you give discipline, you should be able to balance it. But
Yeah.
Yoruba will say,
What? Tell me what that means.
we learn from people's mistakes.
Yeah. We'll be all right eventually. To be honest, when I saw the story, one part of my head, I'm like, how can you be? I mean, more. I feel like when it comes to this whole strictness and all, I feel like it should be the men that should even be more strict than the women. Like, use my house for example. My mom is so soft, even though she's even like naturally, she's actually more strict than my dad. This is no jokes. My mom is actually more strict than my dad, right? If this woman mean you, every time my dad is always meaning you, which is normal. But if my mom mean you,
Every time my dad is always meaning
that man doesn't take rubbish. Like if you do something now for the first time, he will tell you this is Christmas. But make sure it doesn't extend New Year. That's what he's gonna tell you. Probably maybe because I'm a child that once you just steal one, mommy, I don't sit up.
my dad will say mobile pussy cooler.
What does that mean? Tell me.
I'm saving it for you till the day I'm going to unleash on you.
Do you get?
So I feel like those mobile bosikula, all those kind of things I'm saving it. It's them trying to overlook it.
Yeah.
And then trying to warn you
About it.
But if at any time or any small mistake,
you are beating them. Exactly. That's what the results to these kind of things, you know. See, showing them that you really love them, like proving to them that, see, I love you for real and I want you to be like this. And also communicating. When you communicate to your children, sometimes behave like you're also like them. Do you get what I'm saying? Behave like you're also like them. It would help. It will go a long way. Let's really check the comment section and see people's reaction on that. Okay, this one says, imagine raising kids in fear instead of respect. Many people are not supposed to be parents, but God was merciful to release the innocent souls to the world.
It was speaking out of emotion.
We'll be all right. Let's really take one last comment, please. Okay. This one says, my son at higher institution spent his school fees and later told me 2 days to matriculation with fear. We gather money and pay it back. That is devil at work. So relationship between parents and children, there should be rooms for free access to us, not fear always. May their soul rest well. It's painful. It's actually very painful. Let's really take the last story that says, he left after I had fire accident in 2022. I bet he will regret his actions now. This is said by a born survivor. Says as she, you need to see her looking very beautiful now. Let's quickly get that video up. Yes. As you can see her looking extremely gorgeous. I wish you can get the first part where she, if you see her, then her face all burnt up and all of that. But see her now looking very beautiful. Like you will not actually know that this person, exactly. But this is her, during her burnt state and all. But see her now. Many people in the comment section were like, oh, wow, how can a guy leave you in that kind of trying times and all? But I would like to hear your input. What do you think about this
A lot of people
story?
will leave you. See, I would like to speak Yoruba at it very well.
When you do,
they
just
would
help
say,
us translate.
Igba ìṣòro là ń mọ̀rẹ́. It's when you are passing through difficulties that you know your person, that you know the person that is your friend.
True.
So the guy was just being
human.
I don't want to take I don't want to defend him, but a whole lot of people are like that. I want his fire incident. Some people can be broke and
straight up
they've left you.
So
if you continue to build that thing over time, it will affect you in other areas of life.
True.
So if I think maybe the beauty was what attracted the lady to the guy in the first place, and once you realize that this
He's no longer here.
so some people will say you never loved that. I would agree that you never.
Yes,
loved
because
that.
if you're with somebody because of beauty, I
would
don't
agree
understand
that
what
you
that
never
is.
loved that.
I mean,
love is not the physical
like you said,
features
it is
and
supposed
everything.
love is supposed to be of commitment, right, and not just of feeling. So is you making a choice that you want to be with this person regardless of what happens. So I mean, I just hope that she coming out to now post this. It shows that she's not yet healed and
yeah.
all. So
A lot of people are moving with traumas.
it's
Pain.
traumas.
Seriously,
Oh,
they
well.
wish, they really wish the person that done them bad.
Yeah, get
They want that
get your own
person.
fault.
They really want that person. There's no forgiveness for anybody. Say, if some people have their way, they want to kill you. That's
I
how
swear.
bad it is.
True.
I just pray that she heals.
Yeah.
Go for therapy.
See how beautiful she
don't
is.
ignore any form of trauma. Once you know something is still triggering you, you remember somebody and you're still not happy with them, and you're still smart, you feel your conscience just went down. Go for therapy. You need any small therapy can lead to anything.
True.
You will need
True.
to think it too much. If you even have access to the guy, you see the guy is still doing well, and you think the guy will regret it. What if the guy has seen somebody else that is his next
many people
victim?
said
I don't
that
want to say
too.
next victim, but at least somebody.
I
So
feel
you never can, tell. And if you are waiting that this person is going to see shege, what if the person not see shege at the end of the day? And God is merciful.
that's the thing.
He
I'm
can
sorry,
you
but-
can do wrong. In the Bible, David did how many wrong?
many?
Killed Uriah and married his wife, and
I mean,
the only thing that happened
do you know
was
the
the
interesting
son only
part?
died.
He's still the man after God's own heart. Oh
So
shit!
after that, I just said, God said, now the person who I like with it.
Do you get? So it's just crazy. We'll be alright eventually. Alright, let's go on the short break to come back with hot gossip. Stay with us.
My name is Olaban Ralph Obion. We offer you a wonderful shopping experience when you come to Olario Furniture. It's safe for you to park here. We have a lot of parking space. It's relaxing. It's peaceful when you come here. And we have all the products that you need. We have the expertise that you need for your interior design process. Just come. This is a one-stop shop for you to design your project, whether hospitality, commercial, or residential. You are at the right place when you come in. We solve all your problems that you have.
Thank you so much for sticking around. You're still with me. Kai, you're the OG. You know, I keep telling you guys that you guys are the best of the best. All right, on the hot gossip, the first one we have here is giving people money will never take them out of poverty. I beg to differ, but let's watch this video together.
Is effort, and that answers the question. Money discourages effort. The reason why you say 1,000 advisor, zero helper is because today I've a lot of people I give money, they will come back for another money.
Definitely.
Sometimes I reach out to people, they didn't even ask me for money. Maybe we had known each other over the years, and I just feel, let me help this person. I promise you, the next time, maybe 3 months later, the audacity they used to ask is what get me pissed off. Oh, Baba, just send me money. I'm like, the first time I sent you money, you didn't even ask. I just felt I had known you over the years. I know you are not necessarily that financially buoyant. And I sent you money. Now you are messaging me almost as if I owe you money, right? So you realize that we've known over the years that money, giving people money, will never take them out of poverty.
I'll be like waiting by 1,000 advisors, zero helper. While I'll be like, what do you think about the story? I said earlier that I beg to differ, but I would like to hear your input first.
To some extent, I agree with him.
Tell me.
And the reason why it's like that is you should be able to cite productive people from the first time you give them money.
That's number one. Go on.
And if you give people money, or let me use it like that. If you give people money more than twice, it becomes an entitlement. They become entitled, and they begin to see you as a source of income.
Yes.
So that's why they will keep coming back to you. So if you want to give anybody money, you need to know what the person has done before. That's why you see people doing grants and say, oh, you should be able to have, your business should be registered. You should be able to see what the person has done with the little the person has been able to manage before you say you want to commit to them. Because a lot of people just want to use your money to play Bet Naija.
Period.
So they will always come back.
And do you know the interesting part? To some people, those Bet Naija and all of these things is more like their own job. Their own is to play. Now that guy with 2 million, he wine. Put Jare, we go check him.
That's foolishness.
I like the fact that you said that, but continue.
Yeah, it's actually foolishness because even at the end of the day you made 5 million, 10 million, give them 5 months, give them 2 months, the money is gone.
Period.
So you should be able to know how to multiply money. That one's another topic. But when you give people money, make sure the reason why you're giving the person money is that you've seen what this person has been able to do with the little the person, what the person is going to use the money you are going to give the person to do. And him saying you gave somebody money and the person, I was trying to reason it. Some people can be doing very well and you are feeling very bad for them that they didn't really have EPA. And you just say, it can be in your mind. A couple of times, some people just reach out and say, I feel like I should give you, I feel like I should bless you. But when you now later see that this person did not do anything with this money, stop giving unnecessary money now.
And that's where I beg to differ. Do you know why? See, if somebody is working towards something, there's no how you not look for ways to get out of it. Like, that's human nature, right? See me right now. See where I am. I'm not here that I am if I've not done everything possible to get to this place that I am. Do you get what I'm saying? Anybody that is in a certain situation that is tight, anybody that is in a corner that is tight for them, they'll look for a way to get out of there. That's why you hear people now go the wrong means or doing the wrong things, like, rituals and all of that.
That's another thing.
Now, if you have a business, right, and you're looking for money, you're looking for who would help you, trust me, you would remember that. There's this man, there's this allergy that I have my number, that I have his number. I want to talk to him. Not the allergy seeing you. See, anybody can have a business. You don't know what the fact that the person is in that problem doesn't mean the person is looking for a solution out. Yes. I've seen people that, you talk about Bet Naija now. There are people that are in business, they are doing business, right? You'll be thinking that, the reason why they are where they are today is because of there's no market or anything. You don't know the money that they make, they use it to do rubbish things. So things like that.
Some business owners even use their profit to buy wig.
So what are we saying? Or what are we not saying? So I understand what he's saying, but in places where he now said that, I saw somebody that was struggling and I'm deciding to help the person. Brother, allow the person that is struggling to come and look for the help. Because you don't know why the person is struggling in the first place. The person that is struggling, you don't know if he's using the money to do unnecessary things. You cannot tell. So you're not coming to now complain that, there's
a thin line between being stingy and complaining that you have done for some set of people and they did not appreciate it or multiply it.
Of course.
There should be a structure to your giving.
That's just what I am saying. You don't just look at somebody and assume that, this person must be struggling. Kai, do you see his knicker? This guy, like the way people will tell you, like this person has chopped poverty. Because the person is looking wretched and all, doesn't actually mean that the person has been working to survive. But what was the reason the person gave? That because it was only one.
Small.
Exactly. And know what to do with their money. They will utilize it well, regardless of how small it is.
Yes.
So don't just give people because you feel like, they are struggling or because of where they are. Give them because they have come to tell you that it is important, that they need that thing. That's what I'm saying. Do you get my point?
Resist the urge to advise people if they didn't ask for it.
I don't understand why you advising people when
That is why they say 1,000 advice.
advisors,
Because
like,
it's
bro.
kind of, to be very honest, you see that this person is really doing well, or the person has potential to do well, and maybe the person is actually struggling, and maybe the person has reached out to you once or twice, and you know this person can really do well, and all you can give the person is advice.
Okay.
That is where the statement of 1,000 advice, 0 EPA. If you can advise and you be, I feel like make people ask for it before you give to them. They will
That's what I'm
appreciate it
saying.
better. So if they don't give anybody advice, keep your advice. Use the advice for yourself.
Like, bro, but see where they, let me know.
Keep your. I don't need advice. But
You should look the part. And one of the guys there looked at her and say, you know,
bring one person.
bro. See, it's. I really don't know, but everybody out there, just know what you are doing. I don't agree with the idea of you see somebody struggling and wanting to help. I understand you're a good person, right? But allow them do the coming to ask. That's what I'm saying. Let's quickly check the comment section to see people's reaction on that. Okay, this one says takers don't have a limit. Instead of asking for fish, why don't you ask for being asked to be taught how to fish? I mean, people that just ask, people that the only thing they do is to come and take. It's because they are not depending on you. Do you get what I'm saying? And most of those people don't have goals. Trust me.
When you give people what they didn't work for, what do you
Exactly.
expect?
So if I'm not saying you should not
and the
help
fact that they
people.
ask for you doesn't mean you are going to give it to them.
That one today.
And it does not make you stingy.
It doesn't, of course, it
It does
doesn't
not
make you stingy, of course. Although people want to see that that one got too stingy, Well,
If I
we'll
don't
be
give you,
alright
I dey give another
eventually.
person. So.
And they tell you. Next comment, please. Okay. You see the way that woman just walked into. Hey, God, I beg. At first, I was even thinking these people are cruising. Not until this woman I felt it's important to come. You please.
You want to know why? Because Caleb is a bastard. Omoalini Caleb. Okay, he's actually he is a rinse of a man. Okay, first things first, he cheated on me first. He cheated while we were from the beginning of our marriage. He cheated up until when we got divorced. Okay, he's been cheating from jump. I found out that he was cheating, and I decided to get my leg back and cheat on him back. And when he found out, he was throwing a fit, crying and doing all the nines. I didn't care. That aside, first of all, how are you gonna get mad at the player? Get mad at the game. Don't dish what you cannot receive.
To be honest, I don't even know where to start from. So she actually went to scatter that wedding because the guy, they were married, right? And
she's trying to be
according
petty.
to her,
You see, one of the things that pettiness does, he unveils the childishness in you.
like, is all these things worth it? I understand the fact that they're even divorced already. She's supposed to just go and rest. Just leave him to his staying.
You guys are divorced. He cheated on you, fine. You cheated on him back, 1-1.
Do you get? That's even the most interesting part.
The guy moved on, married another person. You came to ruin that person. You're a bad person. You are the cause of the divorce in the first place. She's the cause of divorce in the first place. And the fact that she is a Yoruba because she was saying something like Malini, that means I'm disappointed in her.
Yeah, because she's
Serious.
Yoruba.
People do some kind of things, and I wonder. And that is look at this wedding. Look at look at your guests. Look at the guests you invited to your wedding. Everybody brought out phone.
No,
that is why you need to look at the kind of people you invite. You don't need to invite the crowd. Just look for your close people that you know they are your persons. Just look for them and invite them. You don't need crowd at your event. You don't need. Not in a normal wedding that is well planned and is okay. This kind of person is not permitted to come to the event.
Like it's how she's.
This kind of person is not permitted to come to that wedding in the first place.
But again, you don't want to be if you're already done, strictly by invitation and all of that.
That every wedding should have strictly by invitation. Every wedding.
Not everybody can afford it too.
Like you don't need. It's not expensive, to be very honest. Strictly by invitation means you just invite your own people.
You would have to have. One person must have told one person for it to get to her ears. The only way she can actually pass there is if we have bouncers and all of those people and they're at the gates.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Some people cannot afford it.
You can't afford the bouncer and you want to wedding. You see,
There are people that cannot afford it.
Nigerians, when you want to do wedding, there are some things that are non-negotiable.
Tell me.
Your security on that day is non-negotiable. You can't negotiate it.
The way you're saying is as
And if you want, seriously, you see, there are some things that are non-negotiable. You need to make your priorities. That's why some people go and pay millions of naira on cake, and the necessary part of the things are ignored. No, you want to do wedding. Your security is very, very important. You don't joke with it, and you look for people that are excellent in that work and put them there. Not everybody is permitted to. If your mother, I've hosted an event that the names of the guests invited were put on the welcome board.
Oh wow!
So your seat number is there. Once you get there, you see the seat number. If your name
That's
if
beautiful.
your name is not there,
Just
the ushers will ask, "What's your name?" Ma? Once they see they will confirm your name. Look at your picture. Your picture is not there. Answer. You are not permitted, no matter who you are.
That's beautiful.
No matter who you are. So there are some things that should come with structure. You just don't do things anyhow. If you do things anyhow, you see the repercussion, and it's more expensive than what you think it is.
Yeah, true. We'll be all right eventually. All right, let's really take like 2 comments. Can we get them on, please? Okay, 6 foot plus 2021 says, basically, he moved on and you didn't. He's married, you're not. You are not fit to be married. He moved on to someone better. Your toxicity drove him away and he's doing well. She's just being pained. I just hope that she sees. And the fact that she's even laughing about it. Like, it felt like she was. It's most like, you know, when you are planning to do something, and at the end of the day, you're not doing it. You're like,
It's a toxic trait. It's a very toxic trait. If you have lived with trauma for a long time, there is a need for you to go for therapy. It will affect your relationship. It will affect everything about you. So you need. That is why you cannot leave God, because there is no therapy you do beside God. So don't say these people are preaching. I will preach. You need God. Forgive and forget. If you cannot even forget, forgive.
Just forgive.
With trauma for a long.
Hasn't been found. I think the reason it hasn't been found is because it's something that happens to the person on their own. But when people die by suicide, then you realize that there's someone close to them who knew what they were going through. Someone in his family knew that he'd been depressed. It might not be a lot of people in the family, but somebody knew. There's someone he told. There's a friend that knows too, that was just always there saying, fighting, I'm here for you, if you need anything. Or maybe they don't even have to say it in that way, but there's one person aware. So at the end of the day, because there is no way to directly say this person is going to die, I think that the most that we can do is try to, for us that are living, for the rest of the people that are still hearing us, that are still considering it, to say, because we know that one person is aware, maybe you can take the step for yourself to tell maybe a professional to get you the help that you need. Because someone like CEO of Conga, he's exposed, he's traveled, he's seen the world, he has money, he has a family. He knows that.
Thank you so much for sticking around. The still hottest gossip. All right, this one is quite interesting. I mean, it's very, very, when I say very interesting, it's very interesting. And it says, reactions as Reno meets with Tinubu. Independence. Let's read these 2 together, please. Okay, so I think these are the reactions that we got. But before we come back to these reactions, right? Reno said, he posted a picture on X, and he now said, spending Independence Day with President Tinubu at the presidential villa, may God bless Nigeria. But you know the interesting part? I think, Fouls, VDM has the best answer. So let's watch this video together.
I be President Drug Lord, I be President Thief. Is this not you? Thief! Criminal!
And immediately after this protest, this was your post. Tinubu will never forget the protest we just pulled off at Chatham House in his life. He was disgraced and could not get out of his car. He had to run away. The harassed Tinubu out of London protest against drug lord Tinubu at Chatham House was a resounding success. The British media were there and Tinubu was projected to them for what he is known as.
Honest, I don't have issues with people, supporting certain persons. Do you get what I'm saying? But if you are supporting people, like, explain to us when you move. Do you get what I'm saying? So just last year, you were against, what's his name now? You're against the president, right? You were saying he's a drug lord, he's a this, he's a that, he's a the other one, and all. I was even hearing the fact that he was in PDP and speaking against APC. And before you know, like, how did we have the switch from where you are and you don't run, support, like...
Anywhere below it.
Na front. Or when you look front. No, but honestly, this whole story is just interesting, to be honest. I'd like to hear your inputs. What do you think?
This man, you should come out and explain why he's been to the presidential villa. You've been castigating a particular person for like years.
I mean,
and all of a sudden you posted a picture with the person. The person you have been cursing. The person
calling him drug lord.
The person you have spoiled his name. And all of a sudden you feel so excited to snap with that person. One thing I always say, everybody has a price tag.
Okay, for sure.
It's been bought.
Wow.
You should be able to stand on your words and say, it's one thing people make people respect you is when you're able to stand to your words. Oh, at the end of the day, maybe you now went there. What you put there determines, I was called by so person. He spoke about so person. He demanded for my presence, and I went there.
That would have been quite different.
And after you've said a lot of things in public, after
come and tell us
you
that
now come back and I say, I owe nobody explanation. When you have been giving us all those...
Probably it's just a strategy for us, for people to just keep talking about him. I really don't know. Like you said, everybody has a price, but don't be too cheap? I don't know, but again, I don't know. Let's quickly check the comment section and see people's reaction on that. Okay, this is what's the name now? This is not part of the comments. This is actually a tweet, and I would have loved to speak on it, but we don't have enough time. Yeah, let's just go straight to the comment itself. This one says, white bears might not necessarily indicate intelligence. Jesus. What do you expect from a stomach infrastructure minister?
This person is talking from emotion.
who lately supported the APC while being a part of PDP? Eleburu? Abi?
It's a cause. Eleribu. It's a cause.
We'll be all right eventually, because I was speaking to someone and I said, it's how you see. Okay, this was what I even told this person. I said, I don't believe people when they say that they are supporting somebody, right? I feel like when you're coming out to now overdo, or coming to the public to now tell them that, oh, this is the person you are supporting now, I feel like something must definitely have gone down. It doesn't, because again, the way you even come and do it is either it's a strategy, it's either you must have been bought, they are paying you. But I just want there's something that you are gaining for you to.
Everything politics in this country is for selfish interest.
I agree.
A lot of people, either you are an activist, everybody, including your activist, the person you are looking up to, all of them.
Let's not call him.
I'm not going to call anybody's name, but you know what I'm talking about.
Okay, now.
So everybody what they are fighting for is not for you. They are not fighting for you. If you cannot fight for yourself, you remain there. Violence will kill all of you. But they are fighting for themselves. And the more they talk about it, the more they have authority. There's authority when you talk about a particular thing. People begin to give you reference in that particular thing. When VDM started, it didn't start with all this. It started with something else. So over time, it became authoritative in this thing. So when he says something about a particular topic,
Everybody blows. All right, let's really get the redos on, please. Going straight to the game segment. Okay, who has married many women but was never married? The only person that comes to head, or the only, I think it's priest actually, like our father.
married.
Like, yeah, they marry people now. They like, I mean, this is the way people come to the altar, like they get married. They married them off. Do you get what I'm saying? But they themselves are not married. Hey bestie, my name is God's Beauty Israel. Thank you so much for always tuning in to Gossip Gala. But research has shown that you've probably not subscribed to our channel. Make I no fight you, but what are you waiting for? Quickly click that button now and subscribe so you don't miss out on all the juices.